Good morning, students. I hope all of you are well and healthy. Let's begin today's lesson. Today we will start a new lesson, that is chapter 6. So you quickly open up your books, social studies, student books, and we will start chapter 6 for a better world's Earth's resources. And today we will cover inshallah lesson 1, that is the Earth resources, and you will find this lesson on page 125 here. 125, that is 125. So I am going to ask you a question, that do you think that would it be easy to live on land covered with ice? Would it be easy to live on land covered with ice? Of course it won't be easy. Of course. No, it's not possible. So all of us prefer to live in places that have natural resources to meet our needs. Now here we need to understand that what are the natural resources. Here you see natural resources. So on page 125 in your book you will see the definition of natural resources. Natural resources are plants, animals, fossil fuels, water and so on that are found in nature and used by humans to meet their needs. So in other words, you will see that natural resources are resources that exist without actions of humankind. Okay? For example, food, clothes, shelter, medicine and transportation depend mainly on natural resources. And here I put like on earth it includes sunlight, atmosphere, water, land, and in land it includes all type of minerals along with all vegetation, crops and animals' life. Now we are going to talk about the natural resources. Where do we find these natural resources? Okay, so these resources are found on the Earth's surface. Number one, you can find them on the Earth's surface. Then you can find them underground, and number three, in rivers and seas. So these resources are found on Earth's surfaces, underground, and in rivers and seas. For example, now here you will see fertile soil, forests, plants, animals and fresh air are natural resources found on the surface of the earth. These are a few examples. And whereas oil, natural gas, gold and ground water are found under the underground, and groundwater are found underground. So here oil, natural gas, gold and groundwater found underground. Then we have rivers and seas. They provide us with fish, sea animals, plants and even minerals and oil. So these are the examples. Then we are going to learn about the classification of earth resources. So here we will see there are two types of earth resources are classified into two main groups. One is here renewable resources, and the other is non-renewable resources. So renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Okay, but here you should know about the sun. Sun is the source of all renewable resources, since it is responsible for wind blowing, rain, earth's temperature and the growth of all types of plants and animals. First we will learn about the renewable resources. So what are renewable resources? They are these resources are so you can say that renewable resources are resources that cannot be used up, or resources that nature can continuously produce. So you will find this definition on page number 126, and you will see that these are the resources that cannot be used. It means that cannot be finished. For example, like wind, sun, rain, plants, it cannot be finished because it's not in human control. Allah Almighty is controlling all these things. So wind, sun, rain, plants and animals are the examples of renewable resources. Then the second one is non-renewable resources, and again on page 126 you will find the definition of renewable resources. That renewable resources, however, are resources that cannot be replaced and they might be used up eventually. For example, fossil fuels, which include petroleum, coal and natural gas, were formed millions of years ago, and if we use them all up, it will take too long to generate new supplies. So here you see the difference between the renewable and renewable resources, and here I try to put few examples of renewable resources, and you can have this definition as well. Whatever is easy for you, you can memorize. So here I put few examples of the renewable resources like coal, oil, natural gases, petroleum, and so many others. Okay, now we are going to basically what you should know, like what are fossil fuels. So fossil fuels are energy rich materials. They are formed millions of years ago from decayed plants and animals. So they are formed, how they are formed? They are formed from decayed plants and animals, which are millions years ago, like from for example, like the old animals, all all very old animals, just for example you can say the dinosaurs and all that, which are too old now. We can't even find them on earth anymore. So fossil fuels, you can say, are energy rich materials that formed a million of years ago from decayed plants and animals. Now on page 127, if you will see, you will have a task that lists some uses of fossil fuel in your daily life. So I just tried to give you few, and the rest is your activity. Like important fuels used in everyday life includes gasoline, coal, natural gas, and diesel fuel. And here I explain a little bit about gasoline. It is essential for transportation. The most obvious fuel used in daily life runs car, school buses, and trucks. And gasoline and diesel are non-renewable fuels that created from crude oil deposits in the ground and or beneath the oceans. At the end is your activity for today is to read the lesson again, and then after reading it, open up your books, workbooks, page 89 to 91. Whatever filling the blanks, question answers, or crossword puzzles you find, it's your homework for today to do them after reading the lesson. And meantime, I am going to prepare the next lesson, so you take good care of yourself. See you again. Bye bye.